Thanks for joining us for Eye on New Mexico. I'm Spencer Schott. This week, Mayor Tim Keller addressed the Commercial Real Estate and Development Association to talk about new ways the city is fighting crime. Listen to this.
We're not finished in Albuquerque, and our administration's not finished with how we're going to lift up this city. We've got some bold ideas that are in the works, that are in process, and we know that our city still has a fighting chance against these challenges. If you go to many cities around us, they're overwhelmed, they're overcome by these challenges. And they've essentially don't have, I will just tell you, they don't have some of the things in the pipeline we do. When it comes to the gateway, when it comes to some of our major amenity projects like the rail trail. So we still have a chance. We're an unfinished canvas. We're not done. We still believe in the promise of Albuquerque, and we're going to show you today a path to get there. Now, in any situation, and many of you, of course, run businesses and so forth, or organizations, we all have our core values and whatnot. I did want to touch on ours, the values that we've used at the city since my administration started. And these are values for civic leadership during tough times. There's something we came up with together, all our departments. And in many ways, they're straightforward, but they're designed to answer a question. And that question is the fundamental challenge for almost every major city mayor, including myself. And it's in a country where our cities are bereft with crime, homelessness, lack of housing, guns awash in our streets, fentanyl in our streets, and not even close to enough services or officers to be able to deal with this challenge, and a challenged local criminal justice system. What actually can Albuquerque do? What can a city government do? Well, that's why our first belief is, look, we can do something. We are never going to give up on the idea, at least for me, that government and leadership can actually help us through tough times. That's a core belief, pretty obvious. But the other ones are around innovation. I want to emphasize this. You're going to see examples of this. We have sometimes, we can't even lean on best practices. Because when you look around the country around these challenges, especially fentanyl, things like this, there are no best practices. These are challenges that are destroying America. Now, it doesn't mean we don't try new ideas, but sometimes we have to create our own idea where we become the best practice. We'll talk about some of it. The other aspect is courage. I will tell you, I know there's a lot of things I've done that have not been popular, and we're going to talk about some of those. And that might be politically popular on one side of the aisle or other, or I'll tell you, I've done a few things that I know no one likes. One is speed cameras, but I think we all understand why we need them. And so it's that type of courage that we have to bring to the table. And the last thing is about collaboration, that one Albuquerque attitude, a value we've clung to since we started, that we're in this together. And while much of the challenges are our responsibility, because that's why you have government, why we pay taxpayer dollars, why we have an elected mayor. But also there's a role for all of us to play. We each have a way to contribute. And that includes our other forms of government, whether it's Bernalillo County or the legislature, the DA's office, and everyone in between. I always say, I'll have a couple of answers. You can depend on me for that. But I need a couple of answers from every other level of government too, and they're going to work together to support each other. That's the one Albuquerque spirit. So when we came in, a couple of things that I think are important to reflect on for a moment. Number one is, look at that helicopter up there. You know, when I came in, our helicopter could not fly during the summer. I don't know if you all knew that. Like literally, it couldn't fly during the summer. It has to do with like lift and heat and these kinds of things. But like, these are some of the realities you have also got to cope with when you become mayor. I also know that our real-time crime center was really not real-time. They were reviewing tape-delayed video footage. So it wasn't really effective. And then we also know we have challenges in our city like rampant speeding by everyone. And I mean almost everyone, because there's been studies to show this. So we've had to invest a lot in technology. We have been playing catch-up. But the good news is we're almost done with that. Now we're using these tools. I'm going to explain that. So we have a new helicopter that does fly year-round, and we also still use the old one. And we probably need another one, as the chief will tell you later. But at least we've got a helicopter that flies year-round. We also have a real-time crime center that is real-time, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how that works. And then we're investing in technology. We've put $70 million into technology. And so it's technology across the board to support law enforcement. And part of this too is also about understanding the fact that, look, our police cars, they didn't even have radar. That's why you never got any speeding tickets. Like the actual car that you slow down and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a ticket. you weren't going to get a ticket. They don't even have radar. They have radar now, so that's also part of our investment. And that's also why, look, we've realized we have to use technology, things like speed cameras. I mean, 40,000 tickets for speeding. But here's the important part of that, is not that we're giving out tickets. It's that it didn't take officers, because we need our officers fighting violent crime. And that is what technology allows them to do. We're also leaning heavily on civilianization. And so we're going to show you how civilians are taking calls, again, to free up our officers so they can take violent crime calls. That's how you fight crime in a resource-constrained environment. So let's take a look at what this looks like. This is a map of our new real-time crime center. This started operating roughly around, let's say, between September to January of last year. And none of this existed 3 years ago. And what you see on this map is, a bunch of different icons and things like this, but you can see a couple of things. Number one, all those blue dots with numbers, those are cameras looking for criminals. We have 9,000 cameras now in a real-time crime center. And I'm going to show you how this is helping us fight crime, but it's also pretty obvious. Again, if you can't put an officer on every corner, then you better have a camera. And that's what we're doing right now in Albuquerque. Now, also what you see on here is you'll see things like a gun, like a gunshot, right? This is our gunshot detection technology. This technology is in about a quarter of the city. It senses a gunshot when it's fired within 40 feet. 40 feet. This is solving this problem about when you hear gunshots, because we all do, when we say, oh, I heard gunshots down the street, down the block. That's not a helpful call, right? What is an officer supposed to do with that? Just drive around the block? They can't, they have to know actually where it is. Number one, to try and catch the person. Number two, to try and render aid. But number three, to get the casing from the gun. Because the other technology we've invested in is called NIBINs, and it has to do with matching casings to weapons and other crimes in a national database. So this technology all comes together in the real-time crime center. You also see some other colored dots. Those are license plate readers. Stolen cars are actually down in Albuquerque. You know why? Because if you drive down certain streets, we see you, and then we can get you with that stolen car. We also see at a higher level when it comes to technology, all of this is now available to our officers, and we're working on this. Our officers never had things like cell phones when we came in, and now they can access the same map in their car or in some cases on a mobile basis. So when you layer these things on top of ideas like the fact that we have a new area command in the university area, or the fact that we have a downtown police station, these are how we're mixing actual field operations with technology and with civilians who monitor this to actually fight crime in our city. Now, I want to mention there's a circle part right there. That knife is a stabbing. This is a picture of what our city looks like. I think this was taken at a slow time, believe it or not, during a swing shift. I think on a Sunday morning or maybe a Monday morning. You can see where officers are. If you look close, you see little police cars and so forth. But in this situation, there's a stabbing. There's also, you can see 10 cameras right nearby. So they turn on the cameras. We see the individual. We find the officer who's nearby. They're dispatched. They already have a description. They already have a license plate. And we catch that person. This is just an example of what happened last week.
But one complaint the business community brought up is how the city is addressing the homeless population. After the break, the mayor gives us an update on the Gateway Center. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Eye on New Mexico. This week we are looking at how different types of crime and nuisances around the city are being addressed by Albuquerque. Here, the mayor, Tim Keller, is talking about how ACS will partner with the Gateway Center.
We know we have to be tough on crime, but we've also got to be tough on the circumstances that cause crime and the circumstances that cause homelessness, mental illness, and behavioral health. And so this is a picture of our new department. You can see closely, they're wearing ACS. It stands for Albuquerque Community Safety badges. And you can see there's actually like a foot in sort of the bottom middle of that picture, right? This is a down and out. We've all seen this. Someone passed out in a park. This is Tigway Park. So the question for almost every city in America is what to do with this person. Now, I'm not going to tell you we have all the answers, but I will tell you we have one answer that no other city in America is doing. When I said to look at best practices, and I said sometimes you have to do something new and be the best practice, this is the one thing I can actually say that about. We have Seattle in town last week copying this model, Denver's copying this model, literally 30 minutes ago, I was talking to the Pueblo mayor about this model. And here's how it works. It basically is dealing with this issue on two sides. Number one, for that individual, who's responding? These are trained social workers and caseworkers to get that person help. They're also trained in mental and behavioral health de-escalation. But most importantly, I think in some ways, is who's not in that picture. There is not a EMT, right? Because our EMTs are overstrapped also as well, by the way. There's also not a police officer. So here's what that means. This person is getting someone who actually can get them help. And that's important. It's also someone who can actually transport them somewhere without a use of force or without triggering a legal issue or taking them to an ER. And it's not a police officer so that that police officer can go take a violent crime call. So underneath this image, what you see is a ripple effect, something that is actually transforming public safety in our city, and I think in many ways coming to other cities. So you can look at some of these statistics and so forth, but in short, this department is 24/7, or will be, I should say, this fall. Right now it is full-time, and it's also a cabinet-level department, and the most important thing, the most innovative thing, is that it's tied into our 911 dispatch. That's what's revolutionary about this. So all our lives, when you call 911, you get police or you get fire. Not in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now you might get ACS. So what do you do when you see the person passed out, et cetera, et cetera? Call 911 and ask for ACS. That is exactly what they're doing. And they have taken 40,000 calls in the last year doing just that. That means 40,000 calls APD did not have to take and fire didn't have to take. This is why our response times, which look, you know, for priority 1 and 2, we meet every federal standard for response time. It's like 12 minutes or less or something like this, Chief could tell you. But the problem is priority 3, 4, and 5. Those response times are now an hour shorter because of a lot of things, but in large part because they're not even getting those calls in. So we believe that the concept of emergency response should have 3 responses instead of 2. So this is what we're doing in Albuquerque right now. And again, this is all up and running. This isn't a pilot project. Council has funded this wonderfully. They've had our back on trying this. And now it is being institutionalized. And so, look, we obviously think this is going to be great long term. I mean, clearly. But, you know, if it's not, it's not. The point is, we've got the courage to try this. We've got the courage to try something no other city in America is doing. And so I believe that's actually going to pay off in the long run for all our community, our police department, those homeless individuals, and all of us who have to experience our public spaces in between. Now, this does lead to another question. In that world where they might transport someone, where can they take someone? That's also been a challenge our city has had for decades. We do, like, first off, so my answer is I'm going to call ACS. I mean, that at least we got that answer kind of locked down, so that's a good thing. But where can they actually get the help for those people on a Sunday night? The answer is nowhere. This has been the problem in our city. You have one choice if you are a police officer or an EMT or our new department. The emergency room, which essentially doesn't work, and the only other choice is jail. And there's actually, you know, we can talk about the legalese, but those aren't necessarily criminal acts. So that's not going to do anything either. Our city has to have a 24/7 emergency drop-off that is not the emergency room at a hospital and that is not jail. We have to have that. Until we have that, we will never be able to deal with any of those 3 people on a Sunday night. We might be able to deal with them on a Monday at noon because there's a bunch of nonprofits who do great work, who are open, right? So you can see the issue. Late at night, it's on the weekends, but then there's also this transport thing. What if somebody is a veteran and they need medical attention, but they also need food and a bed? So they need to go to the VA and they need to go to some sort of shelter. Well, those 2 things are at totally opposite ends of the town. So even if one of them was open, they're only getting half of what they need. Or most importantly, like for the person having a mental health episode, where can we get the medical attention that again is not in the ER where they're going to wait for, you know, several hours anyway as the police sit there and wait with them. So this is the concept of the gateway. I know you've all heard about it. I know you're wondering when it's going to be done. But I just want to remind you how important this is. The gateway is literally what the name is. It is a place 24/7 where we can take people, or people can go voluntarily, And then they might need to stay there a couple of days till different service providers are open on Monday morning. Or they might need to stay there. We're going to have housing units actually in the old hospital rooms above it. So maybe they stay there for a month or two until we can find them supportive housing. The point is, it is a place for them to go that is not the street, that is not the park. Now, this also is a One Albuquerque effort. Thank goodness the county has stepped up and helped. The state has stepped up and helped. Our federal delegation is in this. And it is the One Albuquerque manifestation of how we deal with this issue. So I also need your help. We've got to see this through. Now look, it's a little delayed because of asbestos. Before that, it was delayed because of zoning. You all know how that works. But we are doing this. And I will tell you, out of those 5 boxes on the right-hand side, 3 of those are going to be open this fiscal year. And we've got like 19 phases, but my goal is in the next 2 years to have all those phases open. It's going to be a heavy lift. But we have to do this for Albuquerque. And by the way, this idea came from many of you who went to San Antonio. So I just want to remind folks, while this is not innovative in a sense that other people haven't done it, but this is a best practice. This is something we researched. This is something that when I took office, you all in the Albuquerque Chamber told me the one thing you have to do right away is go to San Antonio. And then I understood this gap in our services, in this fragmentation that we have in all of New Mexico. This is the issue. And I hope we can do something about it.
But the city is working on more than just crime. Coming up after the break, here are the mayor's latest bid for a new soccer stadium and where it'll go. Thanks for tuning in to Eye on New Mexico. Now, just before the break, we heard from Mayor Keller talk about the new crime-fighting efforts. But this update wasn't all about crime. He also gave us a sneak peek at some more fun projects happening around town.
I want to leave you with some larger visions of a city that actually can achieve its promise. And these visions are all old visions. Almost all of these, all of you had before in one form or another. They were different things. They were scimitar. They were the string of pearls. I mean, I can't even remember all these, but I used to sit in NAOP and hear mayors talk about these things. What we are doing is we're actually having, I think, something that is a little bit courageous. We're saying, you know what? Those are good ideas, and we're going to do them. We're not going to reinvent the wheel, but we are actually going to get them done. And this is what's happening. Stadium, right? Failed in the 90s downtown, or whenever that was. Failed 2 years ago when I tried it. We're not giving up, and we're going to do this stadium. So we're going to do it at the Balloon Fiesta. This time, it is mostly privately funded, but the city's picking up the infrastructure. It's going to utilize Balloon Fiesta. Obviously, it's not a done deal, but I will tell you, permitting and planning and all of this stuff is starting. Capital raising is happening right now on the private side. And our goal is this winter to break ground on this stadium. So I think you see here, like, I am not giving up on this stadium. And so maybe it'll take 5 times. We'll see how long I'm around. But this is a good thing for Albuquerque. I'm not going to reiterate the thesis, but this new version is version like 4.0. And I think this time we got it right. The other thing is the rail yards. The rail yards is a 40-year-old city project. It has never had a permanent tenant. This winter, all done, all the money's funded, everything else, it's now in permitting and construction. Sometime this winter, it will have the first permanent tenant in its history since it was actually owned by rail companies. And that, of course, is our Film Academy, a $40 million project run by CNM. It's going to bring thousands of students every week down to the rail yards, and it's going to catalyze that entire area of our city. So again, an old idea, an old project, but finally, actually some real progress. So the other one, which I think many of you may not have noticed, is UNM. How many times have we gone to a Lobo game and said, why is there all this empty mesa all around UNM? Or how come our university doesn't literally look, in terms of its architecture and buildings and amenities, like all these other awesome state universities? Well, you know, it's always been like, well, I don't have enough funding. Can't get the funding. That is no longer the case. We passed a tax increment district for UNM. It is $500 million. That is the forecast for that. These are renderings of what it will now look like sometime soon all around the stadiums and so forth. Again, this will transform like an entire sixth of our city. And the funding question is no longer a question. And so this was something we worked with UNM on at the legislative session. Again, governor, legislature, and our city council all approved all this. And so now it's time to start building another one where you might want to chat with UNM if you're in the business development business, real estate development business, and get in on this. All right, so look, we're also not going to forget the small things. We're doubling the number of dog parks. I like drinking fountains. I think they're helpful in a lot of ways. We're bringing back drinking fountains. We even put bathrooms in our parks again. And so we're not going to give up on the small quality of life issues either. And even things like sports. If you didn't notice, last week we opened Los Altos again. And now it's a destination for sports tourism and for softball leagues with an extra field. And once the fence is done and the security's there, it will be safe. So let me close with the last project, the rail trail. Again, not a new idea. Same exact story. You all have had this idea. It was the Ale Trail. Then it was, I don't know, it had all these other names. We are going to get this done. We have half the funding. We have 2 phases we think we can deliver on and actually break ground on. And this will literally unite and connect our city. It's a pedestrian parkway that goes from the rail yards across Old Town or downtown in the convention center, and then wraps around to connect with Old Town, then connects with the zoo and the Bosque, and then back around to the Hispanic Cultural Center, then back to the rail yard. So it's a 7-mile loop. And again, this is mostly along rail spur. That's why it's called the Rail Trail. And many of you know there are all sorts of development projects all around this already that are in their infancy. But this is just like whether it's the High Line or whether it's that one in Atlanta. You know, a lot of cities are doing this, but ours is iconic. Ours is something that is going to be something literally like the tram or the zoo. If we pull this off, and I believe when we pull this off, because we're getting pretty close to starting, when we pull this off, it's not an exaggeration. Every New Mexican will know about this project. And I will bet every one of you in your lifetimes will have been on this at least once. So this project is on a grand scale, even though it is a pedestrian parkway. And so to match that boldness, we also have an Antoine Predock design. Some of you know who that is. He's kind of a big deal. So Antoine Predock is, of course, one of the top 10 living architects in the world, and he happens to live here. And he was kind enough to put together this design. So the rail trail is now going to tell the story of our community both through time and geographically. So there's like 12 stations, like train stations, but they won't look like that. And at each station, there's a different theme, and there's different sort of collages and artwork that reflect those components of our history. Now, nothing would be complete without some sort of iconic stops. So what you see on one is this one is actually the geographic one where you're elevated up, and you can see a 360 view around the city. And then it explains to you sort of the history of our ecology and so forth. But there's another one on rail, there's another one on like colonial era, there's another one on indigenous communities. Get the idea. But it also has, you know, some sheer placemaking. We've had a disastrous central underpass since whenever that was built. We've, again, an old idea to fix that. We're going to make it a pedestrian flyover. It's going to be the centerpiece of the rail trail. And, you know, christened by a giant neon tumbleweed. Which I know we can all debate, right? We can all debate this one. But I'll tell you, Vegas has something much bigger. You should check it out. But it has to do with that vision of a tumbleweed getting stuck in the railroad track. And that notion of our community being a crossroads throughout history and throughout our lives. So I think actually, even though it's a tumbleweed, it's kind of beautiful. And look, it's neon, so it works at night. It's cheap. So like, you know, we've taken into consideration a lot of things. And so this is, anyway, the rail trail vision. And I think something that when we pull this off will be something that we will all know, I think, and appreciate.
We'll keep an eye on those projects as they progress. But thanks for watching. And remember, we'll be back next weekend with an all-new Eye on New Mexico.